What's going on, guys? So this video is going to be kind of like a energy drink market state of the union for 2019. It's been a topic that's been asked a ton from me, my thoughts on the energy drink market. I also post a lot about the energy drink market, and I've wanted to cover this in a video, but I have not done it until today. I did have a video, I think, a few months ago that was more around like sports nutrition companies getting into the beverage industry, just kind of things they need to think about when they are going into a very different product category. But this one's going to be kind of all-encompassing, give you guys some insight, give you guys some knowledge. Before I get into this video, I want to ask how you guys like the new faux grass wall that you guys probably see in different kind of hipster bars or whatever. Wanted to kind of upgrade the shooting background. I've been trying to do some different things to make these videos a little bit higher of a production. So if you guys do like the new setup, make sure you guys comment below, let me know what you guys think about that. But let's get back into energy drinks. This has been a video that I've wanted to do for a while. Like I said, I'm a big energy drink connoisseur. If you guys see right here, drinking a Rockstar Pure Zero watermelon, but I kind of drink all kinds of sugar-free energy drinks. It's been one of those things that I've been doing for quite a few years. I am not a coffee drinker. I don't like the taste of coffee, just like the bitterness of it. I'm more of an energy drink fan, especially some of like the fruit variations of the sugar-free ones. So big fan of like Monster Pure Zeros or Rockstar Pure Zeros. Also some of the Bangs. Outside of just being kind of a mega consumer over the last decade, I've also worked with a lot of beverage companies in the energy category. I've also worked with some nutritional supplement companies that have gotten into the beverage market. So I'm pretty well versed on beverage, pretty well versed on the energy side of beverage. But outside of that, I mean, obviously, I'm going to provide you guys some numbers from a research report to help you guys get an understanding of kind of the market a little bit, get some hard numbers. I was not able to get the IRI most recent 52-week kind of report. So the one that I'm working off of is from, I believe, October-ish. So we're working off of a 3 to 4 month old data. I think for the most part, you're going to get a good idea. There's going to be one kind of maybe variance that I'm going to talk about, something that I did a little bit more research to get you guys a little bit better of data. But just some facts right here with the energy drink market that I'm talking about, energy drink industry, whatever you want to call it. It's comprised of kind of the traditional energy drinks, the ones that I held up before. You also have energy shots, and then you have kind of energy drink mixes. Despite the constant kind of health concerns that people bring up around energy drinks, the category continues to grow. I think it's seeing about a 4% year-over-year growth. This is in a market that you're seeing negative growth rates out of the traditional kind of carbonated soft drinks, the biggest non-water category in beverage. But if we're talking kind of full-size energy drink, US market, I'm going to be talking US here, guys, not talking so much internationally. If people have a better understanding internationally, you guys can comment below on this video or some of my social media, give me a better sense, maybe some worldwide numbers. But I'm going to be focusing on the US domestic market because that's where the majority of my followers are at. But the energy drink market in the US is about $11 billion market. In terms of like the big three, you have Red Bull, which I think does about a $4.7 billion. You got Monster Energy that does about $4.2 billion. Then you have Rockstar that I think now is somewhere around $900 million. But outside of like the top three, you've consistently kind of had a drop off past those three that goes to like number 4. Number 4 has been kind of interchanged between a bunch of different names over the last kind of 5 years. But right now the number 4 energy player is VPX or Bang Energy. They are seeing kind of hyperbolic growth in the beverage industry. I think about 400% year over year they're seeing right now. The numbers that IRI put out for those trailing 52 was their revenue being somewhere around $210 million. Again, a very steep drop off from even number 3, Rockstar at $900 million. But I did see some recent data, and this is what I'll talk about digging in a little bit. I did see some recent data from a VPX salesperson, sales manager, director, that did say their last kind of trailing 12 was somewhere over $100 million. So if you kind of see on a run rate perspective, you might be looking at somewhere around $400 or $500 million for VPX Bang. So they're obviously closing the gap. They're closing the gap really quick. At this pace right now, you could honestly see them passing a Rockstar, especially Rockstar with losing a little bit of percentage of their business recently. You might see them, honestly, jump them in 2020. And as a guy that kind of cut his teeth in nutritional supplements, I have a long history with VPX, used VPX products for a long time. I've been talking about VPX turning into a beverage company for, 6-7 years now. Earlier when they had the Redline product, I was already calling them to be a beverage company. But this Bang product has really kind of shifted their attention, really shifted their focus in their business, and it's something that I've wanted to see. And I love seeing a sports nutrition company out there beating some of these beverage companies. In this video, I'm going to be talking 99% of the time about just the traditional energy large format cans, but just so you guys have an understanding of the other kind of sections that I talked about, you have like the small energy shot category. I think that's about a $1 billion part of the energy market, and that's 90% 5-hour energy. They have a strong hold on this market. They are pretty much the only player in this market. And then on the energy mix part of this, it does not encompass like pre-workouts or anything that would be considered in the kind of nutritional supplement industry. This part of the energy drink market is a little bit smaller. I think they're kind of pegging it at somewhere around $100 million. They are seeing a ton of growth in this section. I think this is the fastest part of the energy drink market that is growing. The biggest player in this market is a private label product that's selling about $30 million. My guess is it's probably a Walmart Equate energy kind of Crystal Light type packets. Crystal Light is the second biggest player in this, and those two right there encompass the majority of the market. But like I said, let's move out of just some of these subcategories and let's just focus on the energy kind of beverage, the traditional kind of energy beverage, a part of this industry. How I kind of see it is there's kind of 4 sections or 4 kind of product subcategories that are in this traditional energy beverage part. And that's going to be kind of full sugar, the original kind of cans that came out. You have sugar-free, you have the kind of all-natural ones, and then you have what I call performance. It's something that surprises me every time I look at the data in the energy drink market, even though it probably shouldn't, is that still the traditional kind of full sugared versions, especially Red Bull and Monster, they account for still about 40% of the total market. They are by far the biggest sellers in the energy drink market. And this is being bought by grabbing the product that they know and love and been consuming for a long time when they need a boost of energy, and it just kind of continues that way. That full sugar category, though the biggest, is slowly kind of growing, the slowest part of the energy drink market. The sugar-free energy drinks, the ones that I consume a lot of, that is growing at a much kind of faster pace than the traditional sugar ones. It's also where you're seeing a lot of like the flavor innovations coming from. All the major players have been launching multiple different flavor iterations with their energy drinks in this sugar-free category. But this is also where you're seeing kind of the most saturation, the most amount of competition for that growing consumer base. The natural category is another one that's growing pretty fast, but you're not seeing that at the big revenue numbers right now, and that's mostly because the lack of distribution at this point. There's not a lot of distribution outside of maybe the Whole Foods or online. Those are going to be from players like Zevia or a Highball, which I believe that AB InBev distributes. But you're really not seeing the market penetration of any of these other categories. So those numbers are a lot smaller, even though there is a pretty strong growth rate. And then performance subcategory is where most of the interesting things are happening right now. And being kind of focused on functional CPG, functional beverages, functional foods, nutritional supplements, this is where a lot of my attention goes. So where I want to shift this last part of this video. So I talked about VPX Bang. I talked about how quick they're growing. Some of these other brands growing single to low double-digit numbers, and then you have VPX Bang that's growing 400%, and that growth rate has been happening for quite a bit of time for VPX, and it's finally gotten to the point where some of these major players are not only paying attention, because they've been paying attention for a while and wondering what the heck is going on with this VPX Bang, how are they getting so much traction, market penetration, sales velocity, like how are they doing these things? And not only are they paying attention, but they are now making defensive product moves to combat the exact VPX Bang product. You had Rockstar putting out an Exurance, I think is what it's called. That one came out maybe August, September of 2018. And then Monster Energy, which I would be remiss not to kind of mention some of the legal things between Monster and VPX and just kind of their battles going on between them. They launched a defensive product strategy with kind of a sub-brand called Reign, REIGN. It's kind of got this like Transformer Autobot type looking thing to it. And they're kind of, again, same kind of product. And Monster went as far to say, hey, we have our top 200 accounts willing to pick up this product. So we'll see when that kind of comes out. I think they're saying sometime maybe in end of Q1, like March, end of March, that is going to launch. So we'll kind of see if that's going to be something that ultimately hits. Does it taste great? Does it work from a price point perspective, maybe to undercut VPX? I don't really know. Or it could just be another tombstone in the beverage industry. I mean, you just never know. A lot of ideas come out to market all the time, even from the biggest players. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be successful. It just means that they are paying attention to VPX and they need to come out with a product that meets the new kind of demands within the market. Talked mostly around, kind of these big four players, but especially in performance, in the performance subcategory of the energy drink market, you are seeing some other players get some traction. Celsius Beverage, they are consistently seeing very high year-over-year growth. They're kind of getting up there in the conversation. You also have Nutrabolt. They own Cellucor, which is where most of the beverage innovations are coming from with their C4 products. So they're kind of getting some traction. And there's obviously some other like sports nutritional supplement companies that are getting into the carbonated energy drink market. It's only natural. Talked about that again, like in that Beverage Mirage video, but I won't go into all those reasons. You guys can watch that video. I'll make sure I pop up one of those cards right above so you guys can click on that if you guys do want to watch that video. And this kind of performance energy drink subcategory is very interesting to me. I mean, even about a year ago, I was questioning kind of a lot of this performance positioning with energy drinks. I still think it's for just personal consumption, me and a lot of the people that I know, drinking a carbonated energy drink before you go work out it just wrecks your stomach. It's just one of those things where you don't want to have that carbonation in your stomach. That's just me. Maybe that's just my body approving of that pre-workout. Maybe I work out a little bit different than some stream consumers, but you're seeing a lot of these like workout goers picking up these products and drinking them either throughout their workout, before their workout, and this is becoming a very big category of buyers and people that are looking for something that's different than a pre-workout drink mix. You also have kind of general buyers that are shifting some of their purchasing from maybe traditional full sugar just because of some more education on sugar maybe. Also, you're having some people shift from sugar-free section because the performance energy drink section usually has a little bit more caffeine in it. I think like most of these that I've been talking about have close to like 300 milligrams, where even on the high-end Rockstar, I think has 240. So you're getting a little bit more punch in those products, and people are moving to that. I mean, American society is over-caffeinated already. People are constantly trying to push the limits more and more and more, and it's a good substitute for what they're already taking, maybe a better substitute for what they're looking for now in their life. So you're seeing some of that. And then the third kind of area of like this performance that are very interesting to me is that this idea of gamers, esports. You just saw Mountain Dew kind of come out with a product called Game Fuel. The gaming community is growing a ton. I think I saw recently, like worldwide, you have over 150 million active gamers. These active gamers are purchasing products that targeted and kind of personalized to that market. So I think you'll see some different players kind of spend a lot more time on esports. I think all the major players, maybe I'm not sure about VPX. I haven't really dug into it, but I know like the major three players, they are actively using sponsorships and different partnerships in esports. So I think it's just natural that brands are going to create line extensions that target and kind of create a specialized approach to the esports market. So we're going to end this video here, guys. I hope you guys got some insights, you guys got some enjoyment out of this video. The energy drink market is kind of one of those exciting markets that there's just constantly things going on. Though I put out this State of the Union address, I will throughout the year have a lot more probably videos that are either going to be touching on the energy drink market or focusing on the energy drink market. So if you guys have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would love for you guys to be a part of this community. Just takes one click for you guys to do that. While you guys are down there clicking the subscribe button, I would love for you guys to hit that thumbs up button. That helps me understand that you guys got value out of this video. It also helps YouTube understand that you guys enjoyed the video. They'll spread this video out to more people. It'll help me. Just want to thank you guys one last time for spending some time with me on this video. Hopefully I gave you guys some value in return for that time, but I'll see you guys on the next video.